Behind the curtain here, final preparations for the challenge ahead, hoping to come out of the gates strong. Looking down upon the Tower Bridge spanning the Sacramento River here in the capital of California. Welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. GA, it's all.
Well, guys, Chase picked up steam for Rookie of the Year. He wasn't a popular pick before the season started, but he's been a pleasant surprise for this team. There's still a long road ahead. We'll see how the rest of this year goes. Guys?
We have a lot of time left. David, thank you so much. Greg, Che is off to a great start.
For Che, I think it's all about fighting through the rookie wall, maintaining the production through April. If he can do that, he's certainly in the mix.
A look at the 76ers starting group. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Tobias Harris is out there with Ben Simmons. And for the Kings, Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Bagley is out there with Holmes. And it's Harkless in at the three. Brent, two explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, Kevin, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
I can see the bruises. Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Well, Tobias can take you off the bounce. He has that strong face-up game and creates offense that time.
First quarter, just over a minute played. The Kings have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Hield. Again, the miss by the Kings. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. From deep three-point range, and Harkless pulls it down. Pass to Bagley. Good work defensively by Horford.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. That one goes in.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Fox, no good.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
There's the three, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Well, not known for his passing, but Harris is pretty prudent there with the ball. Not a lot of careless turnovers from him.
Fox against Simmons. Passes it to Hield. Down low, here's Holmes. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, massive relief there. Getting a little bit frustrating for them until that bucket.
Sinks the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Simmons against Fox. Hield outside. Teardrop shot. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Horford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's good. He's got 10.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. What would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage for them.
Fox kicks to Harkless. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Out to the right wing. From past the arc. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Five on the clock. Back to Fox. Fires from deep. He doesn't hit that one. Simmons with the defensive effort.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
It's hauled in by the Kings. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
Yeah, I remember last time they met up, they just got ran out of the building. They weren't too happy with some of the calls in that game either.
Yeah, they wound up with a lot of foul trouble, but that's on them. The officials were calling it tight, and they never really adjusted. They kept committing fouls, kept complaining, and the game kept getting out of control.
And he's just an attacking player, a guy who doesn't mind a little contact. Bagley there with a strong finish.
Pulls it up. And too long on the shot.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Healed, can't hit.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The pass to Harkless. Shoots. Bagley, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Beyond the arc. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Harkless. Now Holmes. Pass to Bagley. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
And Embiid with the block.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
And Simmons slams it in.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. The 76ers also with a sub. Richardson's checked in. Here's Farrell. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Pass to Giles. 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Embiid. Now the 76ers on the break. Count it, good. 20 points for him.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Out left to the wing. Birch the pass to Joseph. From deep. A shot, no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
76ers foul. And some changes here for the 76ers. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Embiid. Mike Scott comes in for Ben Simmons. And it's Korkmaz in for Tobias Harris. And Sacramento has possession. Outside Bogdanovich. 6 to shoot. They could use a bucket. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possession.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year. Not in any given game. So it's very, very...
No kidding.
Very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that, players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself...
Teams changing it up here. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
O'Quinn with some good attention to detail there. He noticed that one of his guys was uncovered, and he's a good passing big.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Horford. Simmons is out there with Korkmaz. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. Harkless, and O'Quinn sends it back.
Good reach by O'Quinn, getting to the shooter and reading when he was releasing it.
The 76ers leading by 15. Fox with the steal. And now Sacramento on the break. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Fox has got his first basket of the night.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Yeah, coaches like it when big guys can consistently step out there and knock down jump shots. Al Horford spaces the court like few others his size.
Fox, no good.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Now the pass to Harkless. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. And that's now 6 points for Harkless.
More and more improved floor awareness for De'Aaron Fox.
17-foot shot on the way. Good D by Heel. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Down by 15.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
For 3. Doesn't go for him.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
Harkless kicks to Heel. A pass to Fox. Shot clock at 6. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Here's Hield. Off the left rim and out.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard. Here are the top rebounders over the last month. Number 1 is Joel Embiid.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
First free throw is good. Good on both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
The Kings trail by 15. Outside, Fox. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Horford.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters in Bogdanovich and Hield. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season.
That one misses.
Well, Fox had quite a year in Kentucky before he decided to turn pro and became the 5th pick in 2017 in the NBA draft.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Philadelphia shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
On the free throw, no good. Brent, when it comes to moving around in tight quarters without a lot of space, who's the quickest player that you have seen in a half-court set this year?
Still remarkable to watch where it is that Kyrie Irving can get to on the floor in any sort of possession. It's like he could take, 50 dribbles in a phone booth and find a way out of it, spinning around and finding gaps within the defense.
What a handle.
But it's not his handle with just the one hand, right, Kevin? It's about he has an idea of after he does the moves around the traffic, when he gets into the basket, multiple ways of finishing, much like Rod Strickland, who's a tremendous finisher in his days years and years ago. Kyrie's got a lot of that in his game.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Nets. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And seeing where the 76ers are, they've been a surprise success, showing prognosticators what they're really made of all season long.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Ben Simmons.
Some fouls out there can be smart. That's one. Bagley too good inside, so hold him down.
Well, some ups and downs for Marvin Bagley in that rookie campaign with the Kings, but you could see the flashes of potential and the tremendous work ethic when he was out on that floor.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And with Bagley, the mobility he showed for his size is really what impresses you.
And that blend of size and speed is why many feel like he could play across the entire front line. It wasn't in the Rookie of the Year race, but in a few years, he could be right there with the best of the best from that 2018 class.
Jacks up a 3. Here's Embiid. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Embiid's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Outside, Fox. Left side, Bagley. Trying to find Holmes. Gets it to him. Good D by Embiid.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
In the corner, it's Hield. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 4 assists now tonight.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got his 4th rebound in this one. Fox passes to Bagley. Chalk up 2 there. Bagley's got 5 now.
Gonna have to do more to shut down Bagley.
Elbow shot. Goes back up. Embiid, no good. The Kings trail by 12. Rob. Simmons inside. Guarded by Fox. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
What mastery from Simmons, fooling the entire defense in the paint there.
He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight, and he knocks down the first one.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
He doesn't get the second one. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
Inside, here's Bagley. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is the chance to create some separation.
Harkless dishes to Bagley. Fox against Embiid.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
And the Kings making a change here. Joseph's checked in. Josh Richardson's checked in for the 76ers.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
And some changes here for the Kings. Ken Burch has checked in for Rashawn Holmes. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in. The 76ers have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. The free throw drops for Embiid. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And so it's Philadelphia in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, Che, your name is right in the middle of all this Rookie of the Year talk. So does that get you going in any way?
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And we've got 3rd quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. With the shot, and some very quick points for him on that possession. 26 points for him.
Yeah, and guys, with Simmons, you get it all. The shooting, the rebounding, and the passing.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Kings. That's at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Rashawn Holmes out there with Bagley, and it's Harkless in at the small forward position. Got that one up quick. And the 76ers lead by 12.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Horford.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
For Sacramento, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. The first free throw is good.
And you look at where the Kings are now as an organization. They did a great job rebuilding with the Cousins trade.
Well, many fans thought it was a bad deal in terms of talent, but there was so much tumult around that locker room with DeMarcus Cousins. It sort of cleared the deck for them to get themselves younger players, hungry to play and hungry to develop. Now Buddy Hield, a huge part of this team's future, along with De'Aaron Fox and possibly Marvin Bagley.
Hield the pass to Fox. From 15 feet away, and the jumper falls for him. Fox has got 5 points so far.
Fox pretty good when he decides to use his speed. He's going to get the defense on their heels.
And it goes down 2 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And it's Fox with the ball for the Kings. A 12-point game. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Here's Hield. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Embiid.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
And he makes the first. And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Harris, bounce pass. A three-pointer, no good.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Hield. And the lead is down inside single digits. Hield's got 4 this quarter.
Pretty good concentration by Hield there, just focusing on the target.
For the 3. Kept alive. A nice shot by Embiid. And the 76ers lead by 10.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Harkless. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here. And the first one at the line is good. No good on the second free throw. Philadelphia leading by 9. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, how about the concentration by the 6'10" Simmons? Ridiculously good at completing these chances despite the D's best efforts.
For Philadelphia, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. That's good from Simmons. Sacramento's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Fox looking it over. To the inside. Bagley finds Hield. Just 5 on the clock. The wide open look here for Fox. Hits the three-point bomb. Fox has got 5 points in the quarter.
Keeps working hard on this three-point shot, trying to make it a lot more consistent part of his attack is De'Aaron Fox.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. The shot from 20 feet away. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
And Rashawn Holmes gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Sacramento on defense. They trail by 9 points. No good on the wing three.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And it's in there.
That's a nice floater. I mean, a la Mike Conley, if De'Aaron Fox can establish that float game, tough to stop. Good job on the glass there, working hard to establish position and put himself in a great spot to come away with that rebound.
It's tipped. And now Philadelphia on the break. And slam dunk by Harris.
That's a strong finish from Tobias Harris.
The Kings trail by 9. Now Hield. 12 points for him. Outside, Fox. Now here's Harkless. Not a lot of room. Shot clock at 5. Trying his luck from deep. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. But they'll get another chance. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And it's great to see Horford looking determined to get himself to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line. And when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
The first one falls. Yogi Ferrell's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. And Al Horford drops them both.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. In the second half of this season, he's been nothing short of spectacular. Second in field goal percentage, and he's in the top 5 in assists per game as well. He sees the floor and makes the game easier for his teammates.
And you mentioned it, he's the second best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He could take over that top spot. Ball's knocked loose. Ferrell kicks to Hield. From deep three-point range. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. The Kings trail by 11. Pass to Harkless. Horford against Bagley. Here's Holmes. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Bagley in the post, working on Horford. Bagley, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
The Kings have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Ferrell looking around to end the run, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And some changes here for the Kings. Harry Giles is checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Bogdanovich comes in for Harkless. And it's Joseph in for Buddy Hield. Then for the 76ers, Scott comes in for Joel Embiid. And it's Korkmaz in for Harris. To the middle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. He's got 34.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Farrell passes to Bogdanovich. Horford with the rebound.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Farrell passes to Bogdanovich. Here's Giles. Back to Bogdanovich. 6 on the shot clock. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at the 76ers. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up.
And I think for the 76ers, they had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year, and they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
It's a great point, GA. I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite, and they want to do it on a nightly basis.
Here's Farrell, guarded by Simmons. Good ball movement here by the Kings, and it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
While we have the chance, we like to reveal the list of the past month's best fast break teams in the NBA. The 76ers, #1.
I mean, it's about the pace they've played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
And the first one drops.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Caleb Swanigan's checked in for Sacramento. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Farrell, 14 points for him. Passes to Joseph. Just 5 to shoot. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
Shooting just 1.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Some changes for Philadelphia. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Horford. And it's Richardson in for Simmons.
Josh Richardson.
Here's Farrell. He's got 15.
Yeah, it's a tough call, but he has to be better in avoiding contact on that play. That's his 5th foul, and one more. It'll be hitting the showers.
2 shots.
And so he hits both. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 17-7 run. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's
First one falls for him.
at the line for the 76ers. Number 35.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Kings trail by 19. And the pass to Swanigan. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Bogdanovich. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Another miss by Philadelphia. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Farrell. All sorts of time. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. O'Quinn's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. And he's got 41. Here's Farrell. He's got 17. Pass to Swanigan. He kicks it to Bogdanovich. Rebound by the 76ers.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
The first one falls.
Shooting for Philadelphia. Number 35.
And he makes the first but misses the second. And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Shot by Joseph. No good. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Misses the 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
That one's not going to go. Now Sacramento takes it the other way.
Such a long road to recovery from Harry Giles, but so many people rooting for Harry when it is that he makes some kind of plays that remind you of when Giles was one of the top recruits coming out of his high school class, one that included De'Aaron Fox and also Jason Tatum.
And he banks in the layup.
And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Farrell kicks to Bogdanovich. The 15-footer. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Playing in between right now and changing speeds, Bogdanovich spotting some nice scoring opportunities. Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Here's Farrell. He's got 17. Passes it to Giles. Now here's Joseph. Nice open look, but it's no good.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time. Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Now here's Bogdanovich. He's covered closely. Clock at 6. To the left wing. Farrell for 3. That shot off. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Let's listen now to head coach Luke Walton review the game plan.
You're doing a better job of making shots. Good job just playing ball out there.
Number 35.
Here's Joseph. Shot from the inbound and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Taking a look at the 76ers. They've got Kyle O'Quinn. Korkmaz is out there with Burke, and it's Bolden in at the power forward position. On the wing, Heel. Here's Burke. Here's O'Quinn. They shoot again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And over time, O'Quinn has carved out a nice role for himself, a capable and bruising big.
You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple of years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue to grow.
Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Another miss by Philadelphia. And for Sacramento, they're shooting 39% from the floor at their best. Hield with the bucket.
And the spacing right there for Buddy Hield allows him to get that shot off. You just can't give him that kind of space or he's going to hurt you.
The layup missed.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough. So far, he's a can't-miss player, a superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Kings have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Got it. Good job in the low post. Hield's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And it's getting late, guys, but all of a sudden they have hope when just a little while ago it looked like hope was lost.
The shot's good.
All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
James outside. The pass to Birch. Kicks it to Harkless. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Holmes. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
Harkless finds Hield. Here's Birch, and he gets the bucket. Birch has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Timeout called the 76ers.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Some changes for Sacramento. Marvin Bagley comes in for Cam Birch, and Farrell subbed in for James. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, another one goes. Incredible.
One more 50-point game from him as he continues to move towards the top spot.
I have never seen a season like this. Over and over, he continues to explode on the offensive end.
The top spot for most 50-point games in a season comes from the scoring year of all scoring years. Wilt Chamberlain's amazing 1962 season. Wilt actually averaged 50 points a game that year.
Tries it from 19. Here's Simmons. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Intent on keeping that possession alive, Simmons uses his height to his advantage.
Here's Farrell, guarded by Simmons. Farrell passes to Hield. Harris on the double team. Now here's Harkless. D right on him. The 19-foot shot. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Unloads. Bagley with the rebound. And so it's Bagley with it. He brings it up for the Kings. Knocked away. Now the 76ers on the break. And he lays it up and in.
And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
Brent, when we talk about home court advantage, do you feel it's the same as it used to be? It has that same impact?
I do think it's still hugely important, Kevin. It's less important when there's a team that has been together for a long time and has proven that they can take their wares on the road and come home with a victory. But it absolutely gives you a level of comfort as a player to get into your routine, to be at a place that seems familiar. Something deep down psychologically helps every member of that team being at home.
And the Kings making a change here. Leiden's checked in. And the 76ers also making a change. Murray's checked in for Harris. Here's Farrell. Pass to Hield. To stop the drought, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Philadelphia gets called for the foul.
Well, Hield just keeps coming right after you again and again as a defender. And eventually you'll tire out and make a mistake with a foul.
And the first one drops.
Quietly, Buddy Hield has had some good moments in the NBA thus far. I know coming in, a lot of attention as a high draft choice, but his offensive game and the players around him, as they get better, are helping Buddy Hield out. I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
The Kings have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Hield's got 21.
I mean, this is what the scouting report called for here. Love how effective Hield is right now on the offensive end.
Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
And you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior and you're a college player and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for them.
Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. Here's Hield. Here's Farrell. Passes it to Holmes. This is to Hield. From outside, off the mark.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And yes, it's good. 20 points for Ben Simmons.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Farrell, guarded by Simmons. Hield outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Hield's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. To the paint. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 3 assists in the game. 76ers moving the ball around. The quick look, no good that time.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Joseph, he's checked in for Yogi Ferrell. And here are the Kings now. They're on a 12-3 run. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
To the inside. Fades back. Horford no luck. The Kings trail by 18. Outside Bogdanovich. No good on that one. Simmons with the defensive effort. And there's the pass to Horford. Horford double team. Here's Embiid. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. And the 76ers lead by 20.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
And here's Joseph for three. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
And loves to operate around the rim. Simmons' tall frame helps him to beat defenders.
They double him with Horford. Deflects the pass and stolen by Simmons. Here's Harris. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Tobias just going strong that time.
Sacramento's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Pass to Bogdanovich. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in it?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right. All about communication.
That communication.
Here's Richardson. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And welcome back to the studio here on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in a moment to speak with our postgame guest who's standing by on headset near the locker rooms.
Hey, this is Kenny, man. First, I want to say congrats. Triple-double. Incredible night. But I'm curious, were you aiming for that? It was something you were aware of?
Kenny, man, you might think I'm faking, but I didn't even realize it, man. I was so focused in on this game. Now, I think we all were. We wanted to come out here with a victory. We had a great practice leading up to this, man, so we didn't want to let it slip through our fingers. A triple-double? Well, you know, that's just sweet icing on the cake.
Well, if you weren't aware, you actually didn't get it. Nah, I'm only joking. Congrats, man.
Thanks.
And that's going to do it for tonight. For Kenny, for Shaq, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he is. This is Ernie Johnson saying good night. We'll see you again soon.
Let's do this. I got my favorite shoes in. Look at that. Swag. That's what we call it.
And welcome back to Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex. Big win tonight from our team, and we are lucky to have Che with us right now to break it down. So how you doing tonight, Che?
Guys, I'm fantastic. You know what? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. With tonight's win, you guys officially clinched the playoff berth. So how does this reflect on the kind of season you're having?
You know, if you ask anyone in the league what their goal is before a season starts, it's the same thing. To win a championship, the hard way. So making the playoffs, that's just the first step. That's all it is. You know, we got to keep on grinding and bring one home for the fans. Simple as that.
Loving the confidence, Jay.
I appreciate that, Hornet.
Yep, we're going to let you go celebrate, buddy, but we do thank you for taking time to talk with us.
Hey, for sure. Anytime, guys.
All right, that was Che.
Thank you.
Now, I don't want to interrupt the celebration, but there's a few things I want to say.
Speak on it, Coach.
Now, first of all, each and every one of you deserve this. Making the playoffs in this league is a big deal, and you should find pride in that.
Let's get it.
You made a goal, you accomplished that goal. Now, remember, it's just the beginning.
Oh, come on, Coach. Killing my vibe, man.
Trying to keep you focused.
All right.
And making the playoffs is the big deal, but remember, it's just a first step to a much bigger goal. And I think you all know what that is.
Hey, we're going to get that chip, baby.
Keep working and you just might.
Shut up.
All right, everyone bring it in. Team on three. 1, 2, 3.
Team.